न वै स्वपक्षो अस्य विपक्ष एव वा परस्य मृत्यो विशता समं प्रजः तं धावमानम् अनुधावन्ति अनीशा यथा रजांसि अनिलं भूतसंगः न वै स्वपक्षो अस्य विपक्ष एव वा परस्य मृत्यो विशता समं प्रजः तं धावमानम् अनुधावन्ति अनीशा यथा रजांसि अनिलभूतसंगः. Na, not, why, however, swapakshaha, ally, asya, of the Supreme Personality Godhead, vipakshaha, enemy, eva, certainly, va, or, parasya, of the Supreme, mrityuho, in the form of time, vishataha, entering, samam, equally, prajaha, living entity, tam, him, bhavamanam, moving, anudhavanti, follow behind, anishaha, dependent living entity, yatha, as, rajamsi, particles of dust, anilam, the wind, bhuta sangaha, other material element. The Supreme Personality Godhead in its feature of eternal time is present in the material world and in neutral toward everyone. No one is his ally, no one is his enemy. Within the jurisdiction of time element, everyone enjoys or suffers the result of his own karma or fruitive activities. As when the wind blows, small particles of dust fly in the air. So according to one's particular karma, one suffers or enjoys material life. The Supreme Personality Godhead, in his feature of eternal time, is present in the material world and is neutral toward everyone. No one is his ally, no one is his enemy. Within the jurisdiction of the time element, everyone enjoys or suffers the result of his own karma, of fruitive activity. As when the wind blows, small particles of dust fly in the air. So, according to one's particular karma, one suffers or enjoys material life. Hare Krishna Supriti Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Prabhupada ki jai. Although the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the original cause of all causes, He is not responsible for anyone's material sufferings or enjoyment. There is no such partiality on the part of the Supreme Lord. The less intelligent accuse the Supreme Lord of being partial and claim that this is why one enjoys in this material world and another suffers. But this verse specifically says that there is no such partiality on the part of the Supreme Lord. Living entities, however, are controller, their immediate living entities, however, are never independent. As soon as they declare the independence of the Supreme Controller, they are immediately put into this material world to try their luck freely as far as possible. When the material world is created for such misguided living entities, they create their own karma, fruitive activities, and take advantage of the time element, and thereby they create their own fortune or misfortune. Everyone is created, everyone is maintained, and everyone is ultimately killed. As far as these three things are concerned, the Lord is equal to everyone. It is according to one's karma that one suffers and enjoys. The living entity's higher or lower position, his suffering and enjoying, or due to his own karma. The exact word used in this connection is anishaha, which means dependent on their own karma. The example is given that the government gives everyone the facilities for governmental action and management, but by one's own choice, one creates a situation which obliges him to exist under different types of consciousness. The example given in this verse is that when the wind blows, particles of dust float in the air. Gradually, lines occur and then torrents of rain follow, and thus the rainy season creates a situation of varieties in the forest. God is very kind. He gives everyone an equal chance. But by the resultant actions of one's own karma, one suffers or enjoys this material world. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Om Jnanatindarandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurumilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisheshaya Shunyavadi Pashat Deshatarine Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Navai Sapakshasya Vipaksha Eva Va Parasya Mrityu Vishata Samam Prajaha Tamudhavamanam Audhavananti Anisha Tamudhavamana Anudhavanti Anisha Yatharajamsi Anilam Bhuta Sangaha. The Supreme Personality, Godhead, is the feature of eternal time, is present in the material world and is neutral toward everyone. No one is his ally and no one is his enemy. Within the jurisdiction of time element, everyone enjoys or suffers the result of his own karma of fruitive activity. As when the wind blows, small particles of dust fly in the air. So according to one's particular karma, one enjoys or suffers or enjoys material life. Hare Krishna everybody. I hope audio is okay. So today the meditation is on, is God partial? Now this is not a small question Because this question is asked by Yudhishthira to Krishna. No, to Narada in the presence of Krishna. You can say, but to realize is not easy. Ashochan anvashochastam pragyavadam sabhashase gatasuna agatasuna cha nanushochanti pandita. It's not easy to become pandita, all the conditions you see in the world, and accept that of the mercy of Krishna. Gata, somebody has died. Agata is suffering in the world, but he has not still died. Sees all these things also. And Nanu shochanti panditaha. We become so learned. We don't lament for any of the situations. This takes actually a lot of realizations. It begins with realizations in our own personal life and be calm and peaceful even in our personal life, in every situation. Not easy. See, realizations is a separate thing, theory is a separate thing. Theory is easy. We all know theory. We can take class based on theory. We can answer any question based on theory. But at the moment of death, you need realizations. Realizations actually make a man great. Theory is not very attractive when somebody is not implementing it. Therefore, Achar Prachar has to be saying, I speak something. Can I implement even 1% of what I am speaking? Then the person will become a very attractive speaker. People like to hear it because they see that there is some integrity. He speaks, but he tries to follow that. Presently, in the world of philosophy, we understand, we speak something. But then, when we are implementing in our life, the words are very impactful because people hear with great respect. It touches the heart of everybody. Oh, so nice it must be. So today, the meditation of is God partial or is it impartial? Looks to be partial, no? He killed Hiranyakashipu with such barbarity. You can't even imagine. You've seen anybody killing anybody like that? You tear his stomach, heart apart, you take out the intestine, and here is Prahlad Maharaj with the same lotus hand put on his head with affection. So anybody is seeing from outside, it looks to be partial, no? Correct or not? One person, he is putting his hand on his head with affection. Another person, so that is extraordinary affection, so much love. No, correct? And another person with barbarity, which is not seen in this world. Just tear a person apart. Throw his heart outside, take the intestine out. So, how we can accept that he is not partial? It looks difficult to accept this. Or Parashuram, taking a khadga, and with the speed of mind, the armies are not even able to think. By the time the armies are just standing, it is finished in a moment. Whole army has been slaughtered. So much so, the blood of rivers are flowing. No, not partial. Looks, isn't it extreme? And he is affectionately embracing the Pandavas, so much lovingly dealing with them, touching their feet. He used to touch the feet of Yudhishthira and Bhima and embrace Arjuna with such affection, taking the obeisance of the Nakul and Sahadev, offer his respects to Queen Kunti. Isn't he doing that? Another side is getting Bhima killed in a wrong way, Karna killed in a wrong way, Bhishma killed in a wrong. Isn't he partial? Here is so much love, affection. To protect Arjuna, he breaks even the vow taken. He takes a weapon to kill Bhishma. He even pushes the chariot down. He even creates Shri Radha Govinda ki, Shri Gaur Nitai ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. He even creates a artificial solar eclipse. He's doing this on one side, another side in a wrong way gets him killed. Dronacharya also killed in a wrong way. Correct? He was responsible. Go, he told Bhima, go, announce. Ashwatthama is dead. Bhishma went and killed one elephant by the name Ashwatthama. Correct? And then Yudhishthira said, tell him. And Dronacharya is coming because he never tells a lie, he wants to confirm, really my son is dead? And he says, tell. Ashwatthama Nam Kunjarahataha. He tells. So he lies, he tells him to even. So it looks very partial. And many people, when they see the whole narration, they think that even looks like Krishna's character is compromised, Why is he doing this? So it's a very difficult answer actually. You can convince yourself because you are at the shelter of Srila Prabhupada. And by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, we accept his every word, even though we have not realized it. Right? But for the society at large, when you go, it will be very difficult for you to convince them. And this rather makes them feel there is no God. Everything is happening accidentally. Now you look at Duryodhana, what Duryodhana has not done. He did every kind of sin on earth. Even apart from that, he tried to arrest Krishna when he went for the peace offer. Correct? Even after that, when Duryodhana went to, and Arjuna both went to Krishna for help in the war, Krishna looked at Duryodhana and said, tell me what you want. I give you a choice. Now you want one Akshauni of Narayani Sena or me, but I'll not fight. So Duryodhana says, what is the use of this fellow anyway? For him, he is not God. And on top of it, he is not fighting. Totally useless. Correct? If Duryodhana was a devotee of Krishna, the war would have never happened. He is not a devotee, means he doesn't really appreciate. Even when Krishna showed Vishwarupa, he said he's a magician. He's not, he could have surrendered at that moment, correct? When Arjuna saw the Vishwarupa, he surrendered. But he didn't, he's a magician. So what can Krishna do actually? What can he do? But still, in spite of all the disqualifications of Duryodhana, he offered him what he wanted. Correct? And then when we get the benediction of Narayani Seva, he was very happy. The Lord is very kind to him. So actually, just by some material blessing, we cannot understand that God is kind. If we have that kind of outlook, we will think that God is partial to Duryodhana, instead of understanding actually he was partial to Arjuna. Correct? Samam charantam. Samam charantam. Queen Kunti also speaks on this topic. Samam charantam is partial to it. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Nache vidya. I have no friend, I have no enemy. What is the shloka? Samoham sarva bhuteshu namadveshu asina priyaha. I am equal to everybody, I have no enemy, I have no friend. Krishna is declaring that. But Krishna's friendship is actually the resolution in the Shastra is that Krishna's friendship is on a spiritual platform. We always take the famous example when Vritrasura was fighting with Indra. At that time, Vritrasura died. But Vritrasura was a pure devotee and Indra is not so pure devotee. He is also a great devotee, but not like Vritrasura. So then Krishna looks to be, why did he do that? He should have favored Vritrasura. Correct? Yes, if you are looking materially. If you are looking spiritually, he favored Vritrasura, he took him back to Godhead. And the Indra, Prabhupada says, is now going to rot in the material world. Look at it. Rot. Now, getting a material position, getting a big opulence, getting a big honor, that's all everybody is seeking. You will never find any politician retiring because of that. Because that is all he is getting. And that is all everybody wants. Parikshit Maharaj, if that was the aim of life, he should have been really sad and frustrated, no? He lost his honor, he lost his throne, he lost his opulence. And you know how sad it is. From a small boy you are cursed to death. In spite of so much you have done for the country, you are cursed to death by a small boy, and you are still very happy and peaceful in the mind. It requires tremendous realizations at such moments. We all every time take the instance of Bali Maharaj also. You know, everything has been taken away. It's all well. His soldiers' army has been taken away. And not only that, he is being publicly arrested and being insulted. And still, very peaceful in his mind. Now, we are not going to get tests like that because we cannot handle these tests. We are struggling with the test of 4 regulative principles. And when you overcome that, then Krishna will bring you these tests, where Krishna will show to us. Because for us, little these conditions come of Bali Maharaj or of our ego comes in forward, and we can see our ahankara, not able to take the situation given by the Lord. Not able to take. We can see what ahankara Bali Maharaj is having. Nothing. It's so peaceful. Lord has taken everything away. It's very fine. It's so peaceful. Even in the, look at the internal peace he's having. Even in such difficult position for himself. What happens? If there is even a slightest desire for honor, for position, mana puja pratishtha, which is a higher level of purification, then what happens at these situations? We get very hurt. Imagine Bali Maharaj. We can't even imagine the situation. Correct? We are at the level of Ajamila, trying to see we don't do the same mistake as Ajamila. Our struggle is there. But overcoming Ajamila's struggle and getting Diksha is not a big deal in life. Because any civilized person also follows those rules. It's not a big deal. You're still a Kanishthadhikari. Real success will be Uttamadhikari. Look at the test of Uttamadhikari, Bali Maharaj or Parikshit Maharaj, which I mentioned. Look at the situation. You will not find any time in his 7 days Parikshit Maharaj crying for what has happened. I didn't do anything. And how sad it is, when as a victim, you are sitting in a crowd. In this world, we have a weakness of being a victim. Victim is played by a weak person. Victim card. In America, it is going on with the president nominee. One woman comes and says, 50 years ago, he touched me in her arm. 50 years ago. She's playing victim. And the laws of the land, she's getting hundreds of millions of dollars in compensation. When did that occur? 50 years ago. And what she's doing? Playing a victim. This world is like that. Nobody wants to accept responsibility for a situation. Whatever situation we are in, we are because of our own Atmakritam Vipaka. Whatever situation we are in. Therefore, Prabhupada says in the purport a beautiful line. He says, Krishna has given us time. Already we have wasted enough of it. As a non-devotee, even as a devotee, we have wasted enough of it. Whatever remaining time we have, We can create now our fortune or misfortune. There is no need to play a victim card. Nobody suffers because of anybody else in this world. Nobody suffers. We are suffering for Atma Kritam Vipaka. Now, when you do that, generally what happens in the level 1 course, we take a lot of time goes to convince people that accept the responsibility for our physical and mental situation. Whatever physical situation we have, that means the wealth we have, the honor we have in the society, and the mental situation, whatever we have, peace of mind and purity of mind, and even the spiritual situation, our realizations of sweetness of Krishna, we are responsible for that. We cannot blame anybody else. Our weaknesses put blame on somebody. No, and we cry like a victim after that. It's nonsense actually. No, we should always pray to the Lord. Where do you see anybody in the Shastra crying as a victim? You don't find anybody. Rather, Dhruva Maharaj feeling ashamed that he cried like a victim and came to the Lord. Rather ashamed of that. I thought they're my enemy, I thought they have put me in a difficult position, and I'm crying like an idiot. He felt sad for this kind of a mentality. Does Parikshit Maharaj say to Shukdev Goswami, actually, I didn't do anything, and he cursed me. We do not find Parikshit Maharaj doing that. We do not find even Arjuna in the Bhagavad Gita talking about the suffering they have undergone because of the evils of Duryodhana. No, it's peaceful. Imagine if that was there, how he could have asked any question. And now that if he was there, he would not understood the transcendental message of Bhagavad Gita. It is said to understand Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam, what is the dharma project? Paramo nirmasarana, so the heart is free from any amount of negative feeling for anybody. And if you are having a victim mentality, you are having negative feeling for somebody who caused you pain, then where you are going to understand or even chant Hare Krishna properly? No. Correct? So this requires realization. Accept responsibility for whatever situation you're in. Don't put fingers on others. You are, in one sense, Krishna is looking at you. You are maker of your destiny. You make a fortune or misfortune with whatever remaining time we have. We don't know how much time we have. We may have a moment, we may have 7 days, we may have a year, 10 years, 100 years. We have limited time. And in this time, we can create fortune or misfortune. We can utilize this time to create fortune or misfortune. Don't blame anybody. Don't come out of that weakness of the mind. Right? So here, Samam Charantam, Krishna is not partial. He is equal to everybody. Now, as you respond, like Prahlad Maharaj, he was always meditating on Krishna. Samoham sarva bhuteshu name dveshya sinapriya. Krishna was equal. Can you imagine the opulence of Hiranyakashipu? Isn't Krishna equal to everybody? How did he make him so? But then, that is material. Name dveshya sinapriya. Yes, that is the material. But ye bhajanti tumam bhaktya. But tu in Sanskrit means, in English means but. There is an exception to this clause, tu, but. So the laws of the Lord is like a judge in court sitting. What he has done murder, hang him. Judge does not cry, judge does not laugh. He is impartial. But then the situation changes, his own son is on the court. Now tears come in his eyes if he has to give them. Correct? He is affected because he has an affectionate relation to the son. So the Paramatma feature in the world is actually doing three parts. Anumanta, Upadishta. He is overseeing anything, Upadishta, and Anumanta is sanctioning. Take a Duryodhana is desiring an auctioneer of soldiers. Okay, grant him. Anumanta, Upadishta. But then, and these are the roles of Paramatma in the world. Another role is Mata Spriti Jnana Vapohanamcha. Krishna is sitting in everybody's heart. He gives remembrance, he gives knowledge and forgetfulness. This all is happening materially. Lord is not, in one sense, personally, his heart is not involved. But then, ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya. Bhagavad Gita also Krishna says, Satatam kirtayanto mam yatantascha dhridavrataha. Yesham satata yuktanam bhrajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayanti te. To whom? This special mercy that he person can come back to Godhead, does not belong to the material world. The Krishna's partiality in Bhagavad Gita, when this the shloka there, Prabhupada concludes the purport by saying that Krishna's affection for the devotee does not belong to the material world. This partiality is not material. It is spiritual. It is on a spiritual domain. So in the material domain, Krishna is equal to everybody. But if there is a partiality, it is on spiritual domain. Like Duryodhana, when he came out of the Krishna's palace, he was very happy. And he was thinking, this Arjuna is a first-class idiot. Isn't it? He thought, what is he getting him, this useless fellow who will not fight also? This useless fellow somehow had some army, and I had taken it away. And he's just getting him who will not even fight. Such an idiot he is. So if somebody is on a material platform, he will not be able to understand the love and affection of Krishna. And that is what we are. But when we rise to the spiritual platform, like the great acharyas, every moment they're feeling love of Krishna. Prabhupada says, a pure devotee is constantly embraced by the Lord. What is this? Spiritually. Every moment he is embraced by the Lord with so much love. Like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to run to embrace Sanatana Goswami like that, or Ramananda Raya like that. Every moment a devotee is embraced by the Lord. So just imagine. And he knows that. He knows that. And he's feeling the waves of love of Krishna at every moment. How fortunate is a devotee. And he's not a fool. Did Sudama cry? I am such a dear devotee of Krishna, but I am living in abject poverty. What is Krishna doing to me? Isn't it? Correct? You could have felt, no? And then when he came back, he suddenly saw a palace. There was no change in his heart. Can we become because for us, living in poverty, we lose our ego. Everybody say, we feel very embarrassed, nothing to eat. And then when we are suddenly very, very opulent, then people give a great honor. So it's not easy to totally become indifferent to the honor. Therefore in Bhagavad Gita, when Arjuna says to Krishna, what is the symptom of a person who has actually crossed the three modes of material nature? And the huge shloka is there. 3 shlokas combined. It says actually he's not affected by it because his mind is fixed on Krishna's lotus feet. Honor, dishonor, like Bali Maharaj or Parikshit Maharaj, or so many examples you can take. Not at all affected because this is just like a piece of stool. Okay? Not interested in this thing. Okay? So more and more mind becomes fixed. You see, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, have you seen the place where he used to stay? The most opulent personality, Vaikunthanatha. If we go to Jagannath Puri temple, we went to the place called Gambhira. You will be shocked the size of that. And at that room, the highest of the ecstasies of the separation of the Lord is experiencing. And the room this is too big. It's very small. Smaller than the brahmachari ashram we are having. Very small. So actually what expands is very important. If we do not expand in Krishna consciousness, then we start expanding in our ahankara. Something has to expand. Husband, wife, then children, then grandchildren, correct? Expand. The universe is also expanding, correct? So when you do not expand spiritually, we start expanding materially. Expansion is a nature. Something should happen. Like in spiritual world, you don't need to expand in your ahankara. We don't need to expand in influence, power, worship. No. Every moment they're experiencing more and more love. Not that the house of Nanda Maharaj is becoming bigger. Not that there is extra TV coming, extra fridge coming in that house. No. They're not expanding materially. They're every moment expanding spiritually. True, they are most opulent. But materially speaking, you cannot see that. Because they are most opulent. When Narad Muni once contested, Vaikuntha is so opulent, what is there in Goloka? Then they say, Chintamani prakara sadma shukalpa vriksha. They are walking on the Chintamani in Goloka. What you are talking about the opulence of Goloka. But apparently, externally, when somebody sees in Vrindavan also, on earth, they don't look very opulent. Krishna is wearing, materially speaking, when Krishna was seen by the gopis and Kurukshetra with all the ornament, jewelry, army and all, they didn't like that actually. They want to see Krishna in a different way. Okay? So coming to this, it's a very big topic. Krishna is partial, so start meditating. If you can give me some points that it proves that Krishna is not partial, that will be wonderful. So anybody can give me an evidence that Krishna was not partial from any pastime. Nothing. Any past? Huh? So Krishna is not partial, Aishwarya Mataji says, because he liberated even Kauravas after the Mahabharata war. Yes. Any other? You will have more. Yes. Shivakumar Biradar. Yeah, how do you say any situation from the Shastra that Krishna was not partial?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Krishna killed Shishpala, but Krishna
Shishupal var.
Shishpala, but he helped him to overcome more sins. If he left without killing, he would have done so many mistakes. It has occurred in.
Yes. So
Yes.
very nice, very nice. Krishna killed Shishupala, so actually he saved him from committing more sins and he gave him also liberation.
Yes.
Yes, thank you so much. Rameshi, any evidence or in your personal life an example that Krishna was not partial? Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Krishna delivered Putana also.
That's the
Putana
biggest evidence. Putana. He delivered Putana, and we know that what did Putana give poison? And even Shukdev Goswami was shocked to hear this kind of a personality that gave a position of mother. Correct? Same Vipinji? He gave position of mother to Putana, even though she tried to kill him. Now, can we say he's partial? We cannot say he's partial. Yes, Jyotish Vari Shri Lakshmi Devi Dasi. Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji Pranam. When Duryodhana and Arjuna went to seek Krishna's help in Kurukshetra war, he gave his help to both as they desired. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, very good, very good. Yeah, this we discussed in the beginning of the class, that both Duryodhana and Arjuna, when they're sitting, he was kind to both of them. Yes, so he's not partial. Madhusoni, yes, anybody else, please bring in quickly.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Sadar Pranam. Like Krishna delivered, like Narasimha Dev delivered Hiranyakashipu after being so like demonic quality. Like because of Prahlad Maharaj, he liberated. And same way, I have Maya Danav incident, Prabhuji. He has a wonderful realization. Vishnu came and drank all as a cow and calf. They drank whole well of nectar. And same time, Maya Danav has realization like whatever we planned, nothing happened until unless it is sanctioned by Krishna, Prabhuji. So being Danav, he has a realization of that, Prabhuji. So, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Okay. Yes, thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Vimala
Hare Krishna
Rajarani
Prabhuji.
Devi Dasi, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Krishna is
Loudly.
giving food to every Hare Krishna. Krishna is giving food to devotee and not devotee too from this material world.
Yes. So both devotees and non-devotees, Krishna is equally kind to everybody. Yes. Okay. Any other example? Krishna is proves that Krishna is not. Yeah, when the gopis felt that Krishna is partial and they are spatial, Krishna disappeared. And even Radharani as a pastime, gopis are all come from the spiritual world, but to teach us a lesson. They felt they are spatial, so Krishna did something, he disappeared. To teach that don't feel Krishna is partial, he is equal to everywhere. Yeah, Ratnangadi, Hariprada.
Prabhuji, Babrika had the capability to kill the Pandavas and the Kauravas, but when Krishna asked for his head, he agreed to give, and in return, he requested that if he wants to witness the war, so Krishna was compassionate and allowed him to put his head on the hill so that he could watch all the war. Hare Krishna.
Again proves Krishna is not partial. Okay, thank you everybody. Now I'll do something, all of you, I am finishing early. I want to show you a video, okay, of the temple latest update, but because the music I have not still